International players have been taking over the Kia MVP race. The late, great Sekou Smith, who we all miss tremendously, pointed out going into last season that the MVP award had changed hands between just 7 players, 8 now, since the 2008-2009 season. The diversity and talent level of the current field likely takes us away from those days of sheer dominance from the usual suspects. We saw a fresh face in Jokic take the award last season, and 2021-2022 might yield yet another new MVP. 6 of the 8 active MVPs, Giannis, Steph Curry, Durant, LeBron James, Jokic, and James Harden, factor heavily into this year's chase. But don't count out new Laker Russell Westbrook, who didn't make our initial list of candidates. In advance of next week's first edition of the Kia Race to the MVP ladder of 2021-2022, here's a closer look at who will factor into what's sure to be a lively debate as the season progresses. First up is Giannis Antetokounmpo of the Milwaukee Bucks. Coming off his first championship, Giannis is one of 11 players in league history to have won an MVP, a Finals MVP, and an All-Star MVP. If you've watched him lately, you've seen absolutely no signs of complacency. Up next is Kevin Durant of the Brooklyn Nets. He performed like a warrior last season in the Eastern Conference semifinals and continued it in Tokyo at the Olympics, carrying Team USA to a gold medal. Deservedly one of the 11 active players named to the NBA's 75th anniversary team. Next is Steph Curry of the Golden State Warriors. Battling through injuries on a struggling team last season, Curry came out of nowhere to creep into the top 3 in MVP voting. Did you see Steph against the Clippers on Thursday? Damian Lillard certainly did. Up next is James Harden of the Brooklyn Nets. Also named to the 75th anniversary team, Harden will learn to navigate the league's new rules regarding foul hunting. Think he can't do it? He bent the game to his will before and will do it again. Next is LeBron James of the LA Lakers. He turns 37 in his 19th season, and folks are still waiting for him to fall off. Stop it. The first player in NBA history to win Finals MVPs with 3 different franchises, James might be poised for more. Next is Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. Absence of Jamal Murray increases Jokic's importance to the Nuggets. Detractors put conditions on Jokic's MVP last season, which likely has quietly motivated him to repeat, despite what he said publicly. Up next is Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. He tested positive for COVID-19 on October 8th, only to drop a career-high 46 points against the Knicks in the season opener. He's been knocking on the door for 2 seasons and might finally be poised to break it down. Next is Anthony Davis of the LA Lakers. Injuries derailed last year's candidacy, limiting him to just 36 games. If Davis is in the thick of the MVP conversation, that likely means the Lakers are in serious contention for this man's second ring. Up next is Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks. Superstar appears to finally be sharing good vibes with Kristaps Porzingis, and the arrival of new coach Jason Kidd may only sharpen the 22-year-old skill set on some of the finer points of point guard play. Next is Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Missing 21 games hurt his candidacy last season, but Embiid is already displaying the leadership qualities that will make him central to the MVP debate with the way he's handling the Ben Simmons situation. Up next is Damian Lillard of the Portland Trail Blazers. He set the record straight Tuesday regarding a perceived desire to leave Portland, but most importantly, he stated 2 goals. "I want to be MVP," Lillard said. "I want to win the championship." Next is Donovan Mitchell of the Utah Jazz. We don't talk about this enough, but Spida averaged a 30-piece in 10 playoff games last season, essentially playing on one leg. The 2-time All-Star is fully healthy now, and no doubt hungrier. Up next is Jayson Tatum of the Boston Celtics. The All-Star forward shot an atypical 7 of 30 from the floor in the opener, but new coach Ime Udoka plans to keep riding with the 23-year-old. Good call, coach. Tatum averaged a career-high 26.4 points last season. Next is Trey Young of the Atlanta Hawks. The catalyst for something special brewing in Atlanta, Young is the main reason the Hawks played so confidently last season in the playoffs. A blowout victory is how you set the tone to start the season. Up next is Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns. Slowed somewhat to start the season due to a bout with COVID-19, Booker looks to build on Phoenix's strong 2020-2021 campaign. Finally, Booker's getting the respect that he has long deserved. Well guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Jump Ball Central, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. See you all next time.